Hi everyone, it's Rachel back with the Shades of Orange, and today I want to do my unpackaging for the Night Worms April 2020 package, which I have right here. But before I get into that, I want to mix it up a little bit and take this video as an opportunity to update you on what I'm currently reading, because you probably noticed I don't really do Friday Reads videos or a lot of TBRs, so for the most part, you don't always know what I'm reading, which I kind of do on purpose because I am a big mood reader. I hate to commit to too many books ahead of time. But I thought this would be interesting for anyone who wants to know what I'm currently reading at this point in time. I am filming this on Saturday and you're hopefully watching this on Monday, so this is pretty up to date. The first thing I'm reading is an e-copy of a review book that's coming out. It was originally slated for June but has been pushed back to August because of reasons in the world. And that is The Living Dead by George Romero and Daniel Kraus, which of course is a book that was started by that famous horror director, and he was not able to finish it before he died, so Daniel Kraus went on and finished it with permission from the director's widow. And I really enjoy this one. It is a zombie epic adventure story, and the beginning was absolute perfection. I messaged all of my online friends telling them I found a new favorite. I'm now about halfway through and I'm kind of backpedaling a little bit because I am finding the bit in the middle a little bit muddled. I do struggle with really long books, which this one is. It's almost 700 pages, and the middle section is a little bit cluttered. There are so many perspectives going on and all that, but I will be doing a review. Unfortunately, you won't see it till August, so stay tuned. So that is what I'm currently reading, but I'm thinking I'll be finished it within the next few days and ready for something else. And I'm kind of in a weird mood. I might read my review copy of Phoenix Extravagant, which is a fantasy novel by Yoon-Haul Lee, because I really need to catch up on some of my review copies. But I'm also in this weird mood where I'm craving some really challenging, hard science fiction. I know most of the people watching this are here for the horror, but if you do happen to have a recommendation for a science fiction book that was really dense, really almost difficult to get through, but you actually enjoyed, I would love a recommendation. For some reason, I just want to challenge myself and I kind of want to go with that. Then in terms of audiobook, I am listening to And the Trees Crept In by Dawn Kurtagich, which is a story about two sisters that go to live in the remote woods with their aunt, and the cabin that she lives in is surrounded by trees. This almost reads like a dark fairy tale, and the audiobook version is really unique because it has a lot of sound effects and the narrator puts on a lot of different voices, and they do a lot of really trippy things that almost add a psychological aspect to the reading experience. I'll eventually get to reviewing this for you all, so I'll tell you more about it then. I know a lot of you would love me to do a horror audiobook recommendation video, so yes, I'm working on that. Stay tuned. I just want to have enough books on that list to make it worthwhile. And if I get that book done over the weekend, I'm hoping to be ready for a new audiobook by Tuesday, because I treated myself to a pre-order of a new release, and I'm going to be listening to Shorefall by Robert Jackson Bennett, which is the follow-up book to Founderside, which is a fantasy series I absolutely love, and I'm so excited to get back to the world because I'm obsessed with the magic system. All that being said, let's get into the actual unpackaging for the Night Worms. So for those of you that aren't aware, I am a rep for the Night Worms, which means that I did receive this package for free. This is an American-based subscription service that does also ship to Canada, which I love, as well as the UK. And I love that this is a package focused on horror books. They do a combination of newer releases, books you haven't heard of, indie books, all of that. And they're always really well curated, some books that I've never heard of before, and they do a great job of including some swag, and I definitely think you get your money's worth for it. All that being said, let's get into the package itself. Now for April, it was well advertised that the focus this month was on two well-known horror authors that both had releases coming out in April. And so the first book I'm incredibly excited to receive is The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. If you follow my channel closely, you know I've already done a review of this one, but I had to read it as an ebook on my phone. I did not qualify for a proper review copy, and it was very difficult to read on my tiny little screen. And so I'm very grateful to have a full finished copy of it. I did not realize that it would be hardcover, and this book is absolutely gorgeous. Some other people pointed out, if you're one of those dust jacket people, that the inside is actually really green and it's super pretty. And I very much enjoyed this book. I definitely recommend checking out my review if you haven't, but the short is that, in my opinion, this is the best Grady Hendrix book he has written yet. And everyone else I've seen reading it online has been agreeing and just loving it. So very grateful to have my own copy. This is one I can see myself rereading. And I am just grateful for the Night Worms for doing this. I would not have a copy of this otherwise. It's definitely one that's more expensive. And I am just very stoked because Quirk Books does amazing book covers. This is absolutely gorgeous and super creative. And the other book they included in the package was Eden by Tim Levin. This is the author of books like The Silence and one of my personal favorites, Colebrook. I did receive a review copy of this, so I do have a review coming for it very soon, so watch for that. But this is a story about a group of adventurers that go into some rather unexplored wilderness, and it sounds like nature has turned its back on humanity and is going to be fighting back. And it's an interesting one. I don't want to say too much because, again, I have a review coming. But this is just a gorgeous paperback to own, and again, very grateful for the Night Worms for arranging for this to end up on my doorstep. Now, on top of the books, which quite frankly, I would have been happy if it had just been the books in this package, because as 2 new releases, again, I really feel like everyone got their money's worth, but they still managed to sneak in some swag in their little black bags, and I'll show you what they included. First, from both of the authors, they included letters talking about their books, which I think is really cool. It's very nice to have those unique personalized touches. And speaking of which, they also included signed stickers that I can put inside both of the books, and I always love that detail when they manage to do that. On top of that, there's a gorgeous bookmark. I love this one. It says, "Read more horror, start now." And on the back is a little horror story, and I just think that is such a unique touch. Definitely one of my favorite bookmarks I've seen in the packages recently. And because nothing gets me more excited than coffee, I am very excited that they included some instant coffee that would be perfect around a campfire. And this is done by Pioneer Joe Coffee Company. And I haven't tried it yet. I really need to do some Instagram stories talking about some of the different coffees and teas and hot chocolates that they put in here. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, I definitely recommend that you do. And finally, we have not 1, not 2, but 3 stickers included in this package. I've talked before about my commitment issues when it comes to stickers, but I still absolutely love getting them, and one day I will finally commit to putting them somewhere. But let me show them to you. First, there is a Night Worm sticker with their new logo. It's really nice and big and gorgeous. I definitely like their new branding. This next sticker is hilarious, and this is Read 'em and Reap, which of course has an image of the Reaper on the sticker itself, and it's just really fun and cheeky. And finally, to go along with Grady Hendrix's new book, there's a sticker that says, "My book club slays vampires." And I just love that one. This one just looks so perfect. And as one final touch, on the back of the information sheet, they also included a list of books that were mentioned in Grady Hendrix's novel. So if you want to read some of the true crime books that were referenced there, you have a reading list as well as some other books that he recommends that are related to true crime and vampirism. So I'm definitely going to be checking out those myself, and I have a feeling that my Goodreads list is going to grow a little more. So that is it for the package. I would love to hear your opinions down below. If you're interested in getting your own, I do have codes. If you just want to get one package, there's a code TAKE5, or if you're ready to get a subscription, there is my personal code ORANGE5, which gives you 5% off of your entire subscription, which is a great deal. And if you are interested in getting a package, June has been announced, and the theme is Boys of Summer, which is all about coming of age stories, which are so much fun and are just really iconic in the horror genre. At this time, they have not yet spoiled anything at the time I'm filming this, at least. So I don't know which books are inside, but I know they're going to be great. And there's actually 3 books that are going to be included, which is really exciting. Definitely get your money's worth again. Otherwise, that is it for this video. Thank you as always for watching. I would love to hear if you enjoyed me talking about what I'm currently reading and listening to, if that's something you would like me to continue to do every month with these unpackagings. It's just kind of a nice way to check in with you all. I'd also love to hear what you are reading right now, especially if it's horror flavored. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will talk to you again soon. Okay, bye-bye.